Hey guys, it's Jeddick, and before we start this video, I just want to show you some adjustments I made to Hill Amp West and Amplifier Lava. So, for Hill Amp West, I've created this structure on when the choke point is here, and I've added a floor launcher with this structure piece to push them back out inside of the, back out to the lava ball and the spawn. I did this because the tunnel was letting smashers through, and this really stopped it, along with replacing this wall with a floor launcher. It really made this build way stronger than it was in the past, just with two small adjustments. And now one last adjustment for Lava Amplifier. So the overall tunnel is good, we're not touching that. The tunnel is absolutely amazing, it's one of my favorites. What I've done was, in this tunnel, I've added another extra layer of defense because, you know, a flinger actually decided to walk through it. Me and a couple friends were running an Endurance casual run and hit wave 19. We were just chilling here. We didn't care about the flingers killing us. And because we knew birthday llama information came out, so we were all looking at it on stream. And flinger almost scuffed the run. It got the amplifier at 562 HP, but we still won the Endurance run that match. So, you know, everything was fine in the long run. So now let's move on to Amplifier F, or otherwise known as Amplifier Bridge. So now let's start with the usual things. Skip to here when if you want to just focus on Amplifier Bridge north side, here are all the traps I'm using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now back to the video. So I'm going to turn off my webcam for this, like always, so you guys can see very clearly what you need to see. So we're gonna start off with the spawns, of course, and then we're gonna move on from the left and the right of the tunnel. So the spawns are all over here. They're all over here. They're all here. All these marks, these are spawns, and this is where they will come from. Not like this triangle, it's just random, but like all the spawns are around here. So let's start off with the stronger side and the most important side, the left side. So for Nova's reference, once you hit this little piece of wall, this is where your tunnel should begin. So I started off with the tunnel with 2 gas traps. These gas traps are to whittle down the husk and just do some nice damage. Now, when they move up, they're mostly going to be focusing on the right side. So what I've done was I put a wall launcher here to push them over to the left side, and then it can occasionally push them over there, and a broadside there with a few wall launchers on these walls. So the reason I have it like this is, once they walk up to this wall launcher, what's going to happen is they're going to get flung into this tar pit, stuck here for enough time for this wall launcher to launch them back out of the tunnel. Now, you might not think this is really good, but yo, this is it's such an incredible choke point, and it does massive damage that you will actually lose your tar pit on the first wave of this amplifier getting attacked. It's that good. Then this will push them back out, and then again they have to repeat the process over and over again until they get lucky enough and get through. So the next part, like always, is a timeout chamber. So again, wall launcher, floor spikes, tar pit, wall darts, broadside, broadside, gas, gas. Those are all my timeout chambers, and that's how they usually work. So we move on another tile, and it happens to be a wall launcher to push them back into the tunnel, which can have them trigger a wall launcher to push them out and make them suffer, and then another wall launcher to push them into the tar pit at the timeout chamber. Then on the left of that, there is a wall dart, so we don't mess up with the impact thresholds on the wall launchers. Again, do not use broadsides near wall launchers, you will scuff your tunnels. So, also that wall dart hits all the way over here, it's amazing. Then you move on another tile, you have a wooden floor spikes, a wall launcher, and a gas trap, pushing them into a tar pit trap for, not a tar pit trap, for a timeout chamber for extra damage. Then you have a floor launcher and a wall launcher. Now, there's an off chance that it can get flung over there, so make sure you put a wall up there, but the wall launcher pushes them back into the tunnel, and the floor launcher pushes them into the sky. So that's the basic layout of the tunnel, and now we're moving up to the convergence point, which we actually won't talk about yet. Instead, we will be going on to the second part of the tunnel, the right side. So keep in mind, the main influx of husks will be coming in from the left side, so the left side is more important. The right side doesn't have a large influx of husks. So to start off with reference point, this piece of wall again, you move up forward, and this like little ramp here, do not put anything on this floor. I don't recommend it. I put a broadside there, but if you don't wanna, you don't have to. I then have 2 ceiling gas traps again like before. So you move up, the husks will all walk through here. You could put tire traps if you wanted to here, but they do not do damage, and I do not recommend it. I have a broadside there, which is useless, and 2 wall darts right there. Those are useful. So This wall dart here is also useful. You wanted to put another one there, you can. So this is where the tunnel begins. You walk up to this tile, make sure nothing's on this left tile. This is where they will be walking up, and a wall launcher on this side. This wall launcher will push them here into the tar pit, and again, this wall launcher will push them back out of the tunnel with wall darts, and then gas traps on every ceiling piece here, okay? So then you move up another tile. It's a wooden floor spike, a wall dart, and a wall launcher. The wall launcher will push them back out through the tunnel, and again, causing them to hit this tunnel. Then we have a tar pit trap, so that if anything gets through here, a wall launcher will push them back into the tunnel, and if lucky enough, that wall launcher will put them back. You can put a tar pit trap here if you want to, but you know, to each their own, and I do not do that. Then we have a gas trap on top, and then it's the convergence point. So starting with the left side convergence point, we have a wall here to make sure that they don't walk out through there. Flingers will do that. Then we have a wall launcher to push them back out, and a wall piece there so to make sure that the husks don't fly on top of here. There's the off chance they can do that, so I recommend to leave a wall launcher there. Then we have a wall darts to do damage all the way over here, and 2 gas traps to do damage to the husks that walk through, and then another wall dart right there. And then on this side, we have just 3 wall darts and a ceiling gas trap. Now we're at the bridge part of bridge. So what I've done here is what I recommend you doing. So smashers will charge this. If you have ramps or not, they will charge. It is annoying. So what I've done is I've placed tar pit traps all along these walls, these floor pieces. And I put wall launchers on there so I can push the husks into the lava. The reason I've done that is to be shown right now. So here's a here's a flinger getting trapped in the lava, right? As you can see, he does his fling animation, but he brings his fist to the lava, causing whatever's in his fist to despawn. So it's good to not miss monsters into the lava. Okay, so now that we have that, we have this side. So the smashers will charge that wall. So if you don't have to put tar pits here because they're charged and they'll go this way and then eventually hitting this tar pit. It's recommended to have zenith to freeze the smashers in this area. This area is very zenith orientated, so if you don't have zenith, I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. But if any husks walk through here, the floor launchers will push them up off to these ramps and into the lava. The lava is the best. So now we'll move on to smasher protection for this amplifier. So first things first, I'm the realist. Okay, first things first, over here, okay? So here's the spawn. You walk down this hill and you take a left. This is so important. These 2 walls and a little roof piece with wall launchers on top of them, this will stop flingers from walking up here and going up here and flinging from here to the amplifier. So that's very important. Now once you walk up this hill, ignore these ghost traps. I was experimenting, didn't work. Put 2 walls here, 2 ramp pieces, right? And then 2 walls. It's very important that you do that, because you could do ramp pieces, honestly, which I will actually be switching to. Like this. Like so. And I'm trapped. This is what I'm switching to. I recommend it, because then they have to break those. So that's what I have here for this smasher protection. Make sure you have those walls. And that's about it for that side. Now let's move on to this side of smasher protection. So this is more important. So to start off with, we have a wall here with tons of, well, let me just close this off. Tons of things to block off this. This is for the north side. We will still talk about this now because we're here. So we have all these walls to block off this side, so make sure that they don't walk in from there. And these walls right here to make sure that they don't walk in from here. I think I could have blocked it off just putting tiles here. If you guys would like to test that, feel free. Oh no, they would fall down from there. Okay, so yeah, you put these walls like this, and if you want to put floor pieces in them, feel free. That is what I have done. I have blocked it off like this, off the roof, off the ramp, and off the hill, the natural hill. You just put these tiles like that, and then you'll be fine. This is absolutely crucial though, because lobbers will walk up through here and through here, so you must put these 2 walls here and then a ramp piece in the corner like this. Lobbers will stop walking up from there, and you won't have to deal with lobbers there, or anywhere. You'll just have to deal with stuff like that. Now for lobber protection. Oh, phone, hello. Someone followed me on Twitch. Okay, so for this part, right? What I have done is I have added smasher protection here. I think I've actually done excessive amounts of smasher protection. I'm not sure. Real quick. Is that wooden floor spikes? What in the heck? Let me just go take a look. I'm sorry. I think I've done something wrong. Let me just mark this. Danger. Walk up here. No. Okay, so it's all right. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a wall, since you're right here. You're gonna put a wall right here, and then a ramp down, and then a ramp corner piece to block this off, and then another ramp down here. What I've done inside is I put one piece here to make sure they don't break from there, and that's about it. So I could probably remove that piece safely, but I'm gonna leave it there because why not? And then 2 ramp pieces right here. I'm gonna change this to one of these because I feel safer like that. And that's about it for smasher protection on the west side. Now I'm going to be clipping it into a video to show you guys. Oh wait, no, there's one more piece right here. So when they walk up here, there is an off chance that a smasher will just want to break that wall launcher to walk through that easy path. Add a ramp like this orientation, one piece up here, and then this floor piece like that. It's going to be facing, you're going to take out that tile, these 2 tiles to make that floor piece like that. And then a wall behind that, and again with the ramp and the floor piece. And then these 2 ramps, these 2 ramps up here, so you can make sure that your floor launchers trigger this so they fly out into the lava. All right, now to footage of this amplifier. Sorry guys, I did a small change. Okay, so real quick, I broke down the ramps because I had the tar pits, and I noticed that, well, what I was doing was pretty stupid. So now I broke down the ramps and I added 2 extra gas traps right here on top of the wall launchers, and then I put out the ramps to push them off with the floor launchers. And I did that on both sides, as you can see. 1, 2, and then the 3 up here. And I've also changed the smasher protection to have a ramp pyramid piece with 1 out, so it protects this wall and this wall. This is to make sure that the smashers don't charge. And also I've added the smasher protection behind this wall launcher because I just really don't want the smashers to charge. I've done that on both sides, as you can see, just because it's just basically a mirror image. And yeah, if this works, it'll be in the video. And here's, you know what, nah, let's just move on to gameplay. Test it right out right now. Alright, so it's wave 14, and it's a 4-minute wave, and I have it on 500 times speed. So, after changing up the smasher protection with that pyramid piece, it actually worked a lot better. Smashers were no longer able to charge because everything was blocked off properly. So, that 3rd wall launcher is properly being blocked off, and so is the amplifier with that 1 piece. So I have 2 times the smasher protection with 1 piece, and it's absolutely amazing. So, the best thing about bridge amplifier is, high level things like smashers, you can straight up push down into the freaking lava. You don't have to deal with them anymore. Like, it's done. Once they're in there, they're stuck, and it's just absolutely amazing. And that's why I have it built like this. And the same for the other side, which we will get to later. Okay, moving on to amplifier north. Amplifier F from the north. So let's start off with spawns again. So okay, you do that, blah blah blah. So the spawns are all around here. These are all these spawns. Now, what I've done here is pretty simple. So you do a spawn trap with gases. Here is a good reference point. You walk down the hill, and you should be on a tile right here, right? Then you should put 1 up here, 1 there, and then you go down 2 tiles from that reference point, and then 2 tiles to reach the wall. So you'd be here, you walk down 2 tiles to the wall, and there you go. That is when you should put your walls down, all the way down, with ramps behind them to stop them from pushing over there, and then put your gas traps. So from here, you move 1 tile to the right, put it up, and then you just spam your gas traps all along this area. All along this area. That is how I've done my gas traps. And I'm just going to break those because I need those back. I put 2 wall launchers there because just in case they hit it, I wanted them to fly back because I don't want them to walk in from there. So, starting off from here, you'll have 2 tiles right here. If you start from this hill, you go 2 down. What I've done is I put a wall darts on the left side, a wall launcher on here, and a wall launcher here. This is to push any husks that come here, over here. These will push them over here, and then again, they'll push them over there. The reason that there's no 2 tiles here is because they spawn here occasionally, and like there was one time it just deleted these tiles for me. These have not been deleted for me yet, and if they do get deleted, I will change it up and push them 1 back. But so far, so good. So Now we move on one more tile, and there is a wall launcher here with a wooden floor spike pushing them out into a timeout chamber. Timeout chambers are always the same. You should know them by now if you've been watching these videos for a while. So we have a wall dart here to shoot over here anything that falls down, and another wall dart there to shoot anything that falls down. We'll get to the falling down part in a second. Then we have a wall launcher here with a tar pit to push anything that lands there to here, and then we have another wall launcher with a tar pit to push anything that lands over here. And then we have nothing here because we don't want to push them back. We want them to possibly walk this way and get hit by the wall launcher again into the tunnel. You can add more damage traps if you want. I do not have materials, and I shall not waste my precious last 8 pieces. I'm going to break that. I have another piece. Wall dart is placed. So before we move on down there, we're going to be talking about that thing. So husks were walking up here, and well, I decided to build a tunnel. You probably don't have to build a tunnel. There's probably more ways to optimize this, but I feel like a tunnel is the way to go. So what I've done is I've done a wall launcher with a floor launcher to push them out from there, or up or out again. It will either push them up or out, or just in that direction. Then we have a wall dart onto the left pointing towards this wall launcher. This wall launcher will push them back over here, which will then push them either up or that way again. Same thing, basically. Gas trap, because there's no wooden floor, no floor launcher, with wooden floor spikes and wall darts to the right. Then again, another one that will push them out or up or that back into the tunnel. And then a timeout chamber that is very, very weakened. A wall launcher with wooden floor spikes and a sealing gas into a weakened timeout chamber without any broadsides. And then it converges into the main tunnel with 2 wall pieces to make sure that they don't walk over there. And I think I had that for a reason, actually. So I'm just gonna put that back. Yeah. And then they converges into the main tunnel, and bam, you're in the main tunnel. Now, so I blocked off that piece, so it's good, because this is the ramp. What you're gonna do is we're gonna put a broadside and a broadside there, and a gas trap, and wall darts. It's basically a timeout chamber. So all the husks will come down here and have the chance to be launched back onto this ramp. They will not be able to get launched back into the tunnel, but pushing them back and stalling them is good enough. And there's a wooden floor spikes with a wall dart pointing at that wall launcher, and then a gas, and wall darts are here to shoot anything that walks over there. So same thing as the other side. We have a 3 tar pit set up and 3 wall launchers to push them out into the lava, because lava is OP. And then the ramps to push the anything that comes over here into the lava. My gun is breaking. I've been shooting this too much. We are going to grab a Founders of Hope. Now let's talk about Smasher Protection, and I think I have overdone it with Smasher Protection. In fact, I think I don't even need these 2 pieces, but I'm going to leave them there anyways. So, first things first, I've just talked about that. Let's talk about this right here. So there is a ramp behind this, right? And what I've done to block it off to make sure that they don't entice and they don't want to come over here is I put a wall dart, which isn't necessary anymore. That's a free tile. I put 2 walls here, and a wooden floor piece, and a ramp on top. It's basically 3 layers of defense if they want to fling to my base right here. I've also put 2 wooden floor pieces here to make sure that if they break the walls, they won't fling. And then we'll talk about the lava shield. So there's no lava shield on that side, but there is a lava shield on this side. So, lava shield, I probably can remove it, but I'm not going to. I feel safer with it. So, this whole terrain right here, starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. That is how thick the lava shield is. So just cover those 5 tiles, 2 tiles up, and then we'll go up right now. And only on the left side are these 2 tiles pointing outwards. That's simply because if anything comes down here, they're going to fling. Well, they haven't flinged yet, but if they had the opportunity to do so with these walls tiles being here and they go into the lava, they will fling. And flingers will just want to break my walls, so that's even worse now. So that's about it for the lava shield. Pretty simple. And now let's talk about over here. So right here is the tunnel. You should have those 2 walls if you were building the tunnel. Put these 2 ramps behind them. Simple as that. And over here you put a floor piece. You probably don't need that actually, but I'm going to leave it because it works. And I put ramps behind these 2 pieces of the tunnel and a ramp behind this piece of the tunnel. You should have these empty spots open. And then I have disconnected it with a wall. I'm not going to break them. I'm just going to leave them. I'll probably break them in the future, but I feel safer with them as of now, so I'm just going to leave them as of now. Now, very important. The tunnel is not done. See that? That is very important. You need to place these tiles. So flingers like taking natural paths to straight up get to your tunnel. I'm pretty sure they don't like to take fall damage, so the path would just normally be a walk over here, down this hill, down into here, over here, and then up here, and then over through there, and they walk down and they will fling from down here. They'll straight up just stand here and fling at your base. To stop that, simply place 2 walls here. I've placed a ramp and a wall and a ramp right here to block that natural path, and then I've added an extra ramp so I can just jump up with ease of navigation. You know, it just feels nice to have that, just in case I'm trying to get around the map. And am I forgetting anything? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So I put a ramp here to stop charging, but there's no ramps there because I have tar pits that will start charging in general. Again, that I put over there, I've done it over here because there is the off chance Krampuses will destroy this wall. So I've added the same thing, like 2 layers of protection, which is another 5 walls Krampus will have to break, and they're not gonna charge. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then there's a ramp here for ease of access, but it's also to protect this from, like, you know, anything coming in, which in my sense is unnecessary, because if they wanted to fall through there and get a floor launch, it's their funeral, you know. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm just gonna do one more quick look around before I leave. That broadside can go, honestly. Don't put place that there. I thought this was gonna be harder. It's actually simple. There's the off chance of blasters going through there, because blasters will fall from natural terrain, and zappers. It's just lobbers, and lobbers will come if you have the chance, but they will not be able to fling from there. At least that hasn't happened to me yet. But flingers will not be able to get there. Now I'll move on to some footage of Amplifier Bridge from the north. Yeah. Alright, so this is the Bridge Amplifier from the north in action. So it's a relatively early wave, so you really won't be getting a good idea of how it is in the later waves, because I really couldn't get footage because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. However, I still vouch for the Amplifier in its later waves, because if it's as strong now, whereas nothing can get through, then it'll definitely be strong in the later waves. So now let's talk about something else. So on wave 15, there is a possibility of this Amplifier getting attacked by Krampuses, and I really want to show you how effective this Amplifier is for Krampuses. So if you continuously freeze them right when they stop on the floor launchers, they will fly into the tunnel. Oh, they broke it a little because, you know, these were the old versions of the tunnel. But as you can see, if I stand there and I continue to freeze the smashers, they will end up all around the lava, and then I don't have to deal with Krampuses for the rest of the round. All I really have to do is shoot down some husks, you know, freeze a little bit of anything that gets through, deal with the mini bosses and all of that. It's very good for Krampus waves, so if you ever get Krampus wave on bridge, you should honestly be happy. And yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It was very hard to get footage because the bridge Amplifier likes to get attacked at the later waves, and it takes an hour to get to wave 14 for some actual good defense on that tunnel. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I didn't get a lot of footage because, you know, it's super annoying getting west to attack 4 times in a row and not getting north 1 time. It's really nice. And then you can't get a Krampus wave on wave 15 when you want a Krampus wave on wave 15 for bridge. So, you know, hats off to you, RNG. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed my bridge Amplifier build, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, which is Valley. I like Valley.